Shalom. Back again with another video. Before I begin this lesson, I'd like to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach Kodash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles, chiefly of Great Millstone, where I've learned this truth. I'm not officially a part of the Great Millstone camp. However, I do recognize them to be the true prophets and teachers that have been set up in these end times to give us the correct understanding and the correct breakdown of these scriptures. I want to say peace and salutations to you, Akim, you brothers out there laboring, pushing his word out in all truth and in sincerity. And also want to say shalom to you Israelite sisters that may be listening, and you Israelites that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. You may look like these other nations, but your seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which is the chosen seed line. And you are indeed a Hebrew Israelite. So I wanted to do this lesson. It's just going to be a quick little lesson, just briefly on the main topic that's sort of going on amongst Israel. You know, you may have been aware about a week ago that the Israelite camp WFI, or Watchmen for Israel, had a little scuffle with pro-Palestinian protesters, and it's turned into this whole thing now where it's almost like they want to go back out there for revenge. So they got like a unity camp to stand in solidarity. But to me, it just sounds like agent behavior. So this is just my thoughts, a quick lesson on the topic. And Lord willing, it be edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and be edifying to the flock. So let me get right into it. So with regards to, you know, the whole situation that kicked off last week, you know, you got I wouldn't say elders, but like, you know, heads of these camps, especially the camp HOY, House of Israel. And there's a leader, or so-called leader, goes by the name of Chief Ephraim. Now, Chief Ephraim, you know, he's no stranger to controversy, right? If you remember a few years back, you had that whole incident that kicked off in Washington. You may be aware of it. You can see it on my screen. And obviously from this, there was like a whole, you know, demonization of the Israelite movement, right? Now, this was just a one-off, right? You know, you just happened to be in the right place at the right time, and it all kicked off, and, you know, the word went out. And a lot of people were excited about it, because they were seeing that no matter what you can do to try and stop this truth, to silence this truth, you can do nothing but further the truth. You know what I mean? Because now, after this incident, people were looking into who the Israelites were. But as you can see, the New York Post made an article about it, and you can see it says this black Israelite from Brooklyn sparked the Covington controversy, right? And this was in January 2019, okay, when this sort of took place. So as I mentioned, a few years back. But you can see what I mean. Like, straight away, Esau went to demonizing us, you know, the black Hebrew Israelites, because there's negative connotations behind the word black and all these things, right? And that's what it sort of comes down to. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of information there. So if you wanted to look that up, you can look it up. But, you know, the whole point of, you know, being wise when it comes to certain situations is so the ministry is not blamed. Because as you can see in that article, they were trying to point out like we were the instigators of that whole situation, right? So I'm going to jump to the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 6. I'm going to start at verse 3, right? Because this is the point, right? It says, giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed. And that's the whole, you know, reason why wisdom comes into play here, right? Wisdom is the principal thing. As a matter of fact, let me get that real quick. That's in the book of Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 4, I believe, verse 7. Yeah. So it says, this is Proverbs 4 and 7. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Let me read that again. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. And with all thy getting, get understanding, right? So wisdom is the principal thing. We got to have wisdom. We got to move with wisdom in these times, man. We can't just be out here being reckless. You understand? We have to be smarter than that. You know, the whole situation last week that kicked off with the Watchmen for Israel camp is that they decided to set up camp in the middle of a protest. I'm not saying that they saw the protest and went and set up camp. I don't know, because I haven't really, like, I don't think it shows you when they set up, because they could have been set up before the protests even got there. But the needless to say, right, is that they were out there teaching, and you could clearly see hundreds of thousands of people with the Palestinian flags marching your way. So if you had any wisdom about you, you would see that, and you would sort of say, brothers, maybe it's not such a good idea we teach here. Let's just pack up, move to another spot, while the protests are going on, because we're going to be out here, and then we're going to be, it's probably going to get messy, which, proved to be correct, because you could see the video. There was a brother that got cut up, face bleeding and everything. You know what I mean? Hey, it's of the Lord's will that nothing worse happened, and he's fortunate that nothing else happened. But, the thing that really sort of has me thinking like Chief Ephraim potentially is an agent, or could be an agent, is because he's come out with this video where he's calling that all Israelites meet in solidarity in Chicago, and like some of the words that Chief Ephraim is using sounds like he's trying to incite some sort of violence. And matter of fact, I'll play this video so you can see.
I will have speaking time. I'm telling you that right now. We need all the brothers, all the camps to line up. I'm calling all camps. All camps. We need to be on that front line with our brothers at Watchmen for Israel. Shout out to Naquan. Shout out to Amos. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Azariah. Shout out to our brothers, man. We need to pull up in Chicago this weekend, Saturday. Round 2, goddamn. Round 2, we pulling up for our brothers, man. HOI gonna be in the building. Most High willing. We finna pull up. Round 2. It's crunch time. It's fourth quarter. If you scared to shoot the ball, pass it to a clutch shooter. You dig what I'm saying? All boots on the ground. That's right. They violated. I'm watching all the videos. All of our brothers, whoever can make it, we pulling up this weekend. You know what I'm saying? This weekend. Chicago. That park, whatever that park is called. Somebody put it in the chat. Somebody put that park in the chat. We finna pull up HOI Chicago. HOI Georgia. We finna pull up. The pull-up boys is pulling up. And if you pull up to this, you an honorary pull-up boy. No matter what camp you are. Okay? We finna get it. That's right. Let's get it. They want war. We gonna give them the word of the Lord, baby. We gonna give them the word of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna bring some extra waters. They want to throw water bottles. We're gonna bring a couple of cases. You know what I'm saying? All the Ephraimites, all the northern kingdoms, the Simeonites especially. If y'all could throw a baseball, y'all could throw a water bottle. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on that front line. All the brothers, man. IUIC, UPK, all you brothers that don't get along. We being attacked. We being attacked by what's going on in Israel. Put that pride to the side, and we know maybe a lot of y'all niggas ain't gonna show up, but it is what it is. We finna be there. You know what I'm saying? It could happen to any camp, but it happened to our young bros, man. WFI. We there. We there. We pulling up. All praise, honor, glory to the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? So, we need to, Northern Kingdom, we need them Simeonites. All you Simeonites and Ephraimites that can throw a baseball, we need y'all there. You know what I'm saying? Keep the water bottles full, because the impact is different when it's full. You know what I'm saying? Get some soda cans too. Sprites, Coca-Colas, Pepsis. Make sure you don't drink that poison. But make sure you got them cans there in the cooler. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they throw rocks in Palestine. We finna throw some goddamn. Hey, you don't gotta get Pepsi. Get the CNC factory. Get the goddamn Walmart brand. But we finna pull up, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? We finna pull up. Chi-Town, HOI, Chicago, HOI, Illinois, lock and load. Lock and load. We pulling up. Kwame Ashala. Shalom.
So as you can see, right, you know, like, that's fighting words, man. Imagine, like, if you was an agent, right, and you wanted to infiltrate a movement, you know, like, because, you know, a wise person would understand that, hey, you know, although I'm not an Israelite, or I don't follow that doctrine, or I don't follow, you know, that cult, I could infiltrate. You know, Antifa are pretty good for doing this. They go to these Black Lives Matter marches or any protest that starts out as peaceful, and then they start to do things that are off the wall, like spray paint and kill cops on the walls, or smashing windows, or, you know, setting things on fire. They're the provocateurs. You understand? Now, Chief Ephraim saying all that stuff in his video. What do you think, if I was an agent, what do you think I would do in that situation? Yeah, okay. So we got Israelites, you know, meeting up in Chicago, you know, on this revenge tip. You know, we can spark out a little controversy, a little riot, get the ministry blamed, you know, and then that gives Esau all the ammunition he needs to paint a negative picture of the Israelites. You could imagine. Like, for example, let me show you, right? So you had these guys here, right? What are Black Hebrew Israelites? Again, they use that term black because they want to demonize us, right? It says the group Jersey City shooters were linked to. So you remember this back in the day when they had these guys talking about they were Hebrew Israelites and they went and shot up the deli? Yep. These guys here, they shot up these guys. And it got blamed on who? Who are the Black Hebrew Israelites? Because they're trying to paint us in a negative light. They're trying to give us that, you know, that stigma, that demonization, to get the ministry blamed so they can move in on us. And what Chief Ephraim's doing is just feeding right into that. He's giving them all the ammunition they need. You see? I mean, I ain't going to play the video, but still, I mean, you get the idea. But back in 2 Corinthians, yeah, right, it says, giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed. It says, but in all things, approving ourselves as the ministers of the Most High, in much patience, in afflictions, in necessities, in distresses, in stripes, in imprisonments, in tumults, in labors, in watching, in fastings. I mean, the list goes on, but it's saying, basically, we need to be wise, you know? What does it say in the book of Isaiah about knowledge and wisdom? Right? Because times are about to start getting crazy out here. Times is about to get really rough out here, man. And you know, that's not wise to get a whole group of people in a dangerous city, you know, around people that are looking to get payback for what happened last week. Right? This is Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6. It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure. Right? Did not the Lord tell us to be still? It's not for us to go out here and get revenge. It's not for us to go out here and seek, you know, vengeance. Vengeance is the Lord's, right? But these brothers, they don't follow their own counsel. They like to. It's almost like they want to do it for clickbait. You know, their camps are irrelevant because they're not speaking on the things that they should be speaking on. You know, the spirit of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. We see all these prophecies coming to pass, and that's what the Great Millstone is talking about. They're talking about all the stuff, preparing you for what's coming. These other camps, they're so, you know, they're so, what's the word I'm looking for? They're so fascinated with the clicks and the super chats and all this other stuff that they're not paying attention to what's coming and not warning their congregation. You know, Chief Ephraim's calling the brothers at Great Millstone and the elders cowards because we ain't marching with them. Okay, let us be cowards then. But we're using wisdom. It's wisdom, right? What does the book of Ecclesiastes say? This is Ecclesiastes. I'm going to read chapter 7, verse 9. It says, "Be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger resteth in the bosom of fools." It's a foolish thing to go out there like with that revenge spirit with you, because that's what it is. Oh, we need to stand in solidarity. Go out to Chicago, give me a minute or two give me an hour and let me really dig in. Like, what are you talking about, man? Sort your freaking head out. That's not wise. So what I'm going to do is like I said, I didn't want to make it a long lesson. And I think, brothers have done like really in-depth breakdowns of the whole thing, the whole scenario. I just wanted to put my 2 cents in. So I'm going to read one last scripture and I'm going to leave it off there. This is in the book of Psalms, chapter 46 and verse 10, right? And it says, this is what we are to do as Israelites. We're supposed to just preach the word and fish, be fishers of men, speak to the elect, and that's it. The Lord's going to do the rest. Okay? This is Psalms 46 and 10. Be still and know that I am the Most High. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. We know that. We know that the Lord's doing it. But the key point there, it says, be still and know that I am the Most High. The Lord is working all of these works. So to go out there with some vengeance spirit and some revenge and dress it up as, oh yes, solidarity, we're just moving with our brothers. No, you're out there to try and incite something. And if I was an agent, I would be planning something to go down. Me personally, if I was an agent, I'd be planning something to go down so I could blame the ministry. But anyway, I pray that this lesson was edifying. And with that, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash. Shalom, Akiem, and Akwath.